Welcome back, everyone, for the next part of Lobotomy Corporation. In the last part, or rather in the last couple of parts, we were able to do a lot of suppression missions, while also doing a few of Shazette's missions, which are literally all time-based. So yeah, that's kind of a border, but it's gonna be fine, right? It's totally going to be fine. Especially since we have another one waiting for us right here. Great, right? Great. But at least we don't really have to deal with any new abnormality today, so in that regard I just have to do pretty much the same that we did in the last part, and then we should be fine. Unless, of course, he drastically reduced our time. Well, then I would have a problem. The last time he only reduced us by 30 seconds, right? And I finished the day in around 5-6 minutes. So it should be fine. I'm just going to believe that it's going to be fine. Now, for the day, we actually have a few new recruits. So we're going to start with that first. Okay, first and foremost, we have Yuki. I wasn't really able to give her the light blue hair color. At the very least, I wasn't able to get it to a brighter color scheme than I wanted to have, but that's fine, that's fine. Some haircuts just have a gray undercut, which literally blends the tone darker than it had to be. That is why a few different hairstyles are able to go purely white and purely black, and others just don't. It's just that there's a different color mixed in already. But that's fine, that's fine. I guess a slightly darker tone is going to be fine as well. As long as I make her smirk, kind of smirk, always happy, and long hair. Yeah, that was pretty much all that I was able to get. Okay then. Next we're going to have... Okay, I might have encountered a small issue. Every time I try to type in his name, he turns into this. So yeah, I can't even change anything about it, since it seems like that name is literally fixed to this look, which is kind of weird. I even clicked out of it once in order to try it again, and I got the same results. So yeah, isn't that just great? Isn't that just great? Okay, well, that's going to make it difficult. I might want to ask again if they have if they would want to look like this. So Alex is going to be on hold, never mind. In that case, let's go to the next one, shall we? So, okay, at least Bree was easy to make. No issues whatsoever. Again, Alex, I'm really sorry, but I guess you either have to change the name or, yeah, decide to go with that look. I literally cannot do anything else about that. I'm really sorry about that. Nevertheless, let us continue with the day. I'm not going to add you guys just yet, since, yeah, the next department wasn't really released yet, and, I mean, I could already let you join, but we're already kind of packed, right? Everyone has something to do. Nah, I think we're going to save that for the next day. Yep, 100%. We're going to save that for the next day. For now, we're just going to focus on Shazette's mission and the time limits, and nothing else. Except of the fact that we are 100% going to make sure that nobody is going to enter this room anymore. Right? Nobody's allowed to enter that room anymore. So let's see, what exactly did I want to do with everyone again? It's been a week, but I think... yeah, I wanted to work a little bit more on Lapo's attachment before he heads over to the Queen Bee. So we're going to do that just with this. Mint, are you already ready to work with the apple? She's doing black damage, so it would be wise for me to increase your insight a little bit further. There you go. Have fun with red. Maxime, you're going to take care of the apple really quickly, since we need a lot of energy. Cedric is all the way to the top. She needs to go all the way to the bottom again. Same goes to Haru. Then of course Winfield as well, because he might need to block any kind of bee encounter, since Maxime has to do a lot of work with the bee. Like a lot of work. And in the meantime, somebody can do some work with the King of Greed. How about... well, he's already maxed. Well, both of them are already maxed. Okay, Batman, you're gonna start with King of Greed. We're going to do some attachment work for Bonbon, or can I do something else? Well, he hates everything else, but Bonbon's justice isn't high enough, so that should be fine then. And since Maxwell is already on the way up, we're also going to take care of her as well. And then we're just going to wait a bit, so that everyone is able to reach their positions. Oh, and of course, somebody has to keep the granny busy. That's very important. And actually, River, instead of that, how about you do some attachment work on her? Or rather on our Skull, since you might be able to get that hat, right? You might actually be able to get that hat. So let's see. I should probably assign somebody to do repression work again, though. Or can I also level inside? I can also level inside with you, so that's good. Shao might be able to use that, since his insight isn't really that high yet. So let's do that. In the meantime, Ruby is going to try to get the brooch. HP is already on 3. You might want to increase your repression then. In the meantime, Meldense is still going to try to get the scars, while also boosting her attachment. Okay. And Wonder, your insight already, your fortitude is already max. Can I also level insight with you? Yes, I can. Well then, Wonder, try to do some insight with this guy. And Chris is just going to wait it out for a bit. So, is Haru already in position? Haru's already in position. Then let's do some insight work on Haru. Then again, can I do repression? Yes, I can also do repression. Never mind, you're going to start working on your repression then. See, I also need to do some work on the Judgment Bird very soon, once our little Cedric is in position. Teddy Bear needs attention, somebody else. And somebody has to take a drink. Okay. Mint is already busy, Lapis is already busy. How about Cinnamon is going to take that drink? Since it's already on the way. That's going to be fine. Maxwell, are you able to pull this off? You should be able to pull this off, right? Yeah, usually you never have a problem with the bee. Usually. So Batman is going to be the next one. Let's wait a little bit longer. There you go. Attachment for Batman. Actually speaking, you can do some insights. After all, he is a good insight trainer. I need 17. 14, 15. It is still possible. It is still possible. That was decent. Nathan, please take care of the train again. As long as Schadenfreude is in progress, I can't really watch freely. Oh my god, never mind. Everyone retreat. Maybe not Batman, but you have to retreat. You have to retreat. Winfield already in position. That has already been taken care of. Go into position as well. Maxwell, get the heck out of there. You never know if the bee is actually going to be angry or not. It's always the first time when we get the normal result, right? It's always the first time. In the meantime, did you manage to get it? Nope, not yet. Okay, please do it again. Mint, you're going to try it again, but then again, it's already... I mean, it wasn't really a bad result, and you barely got any damage, so you should be able to do it again without any issues. Cedric, you're going to start working on your inside with that thing. You should be able to do that without any issues, right? Right, Cedric? 118 temperance? Yeah, she should be fine. She's totally going to be fine. Okay, let's do this. That is not going that well for Haru, but that's going to be fine as well. And, are you going to do it? No? Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting that. Good result for Meldense, that's good. How about more repression work for Angelina? More attachment work for Miho? More attachment work for River? We're going to wait with Schadenfreude a bit, since it seems like we're getting closer and closer to dawn. Of course, Nathan, let's not forget about the train. Sorry about that. Had to take a little break. Okay, you two, go back into position. More attachment work for Lapus. Or should I boost up? Nah, he doesn't really need that much HP. Well, we already got a bad result. Or rather, a normal result. Should I push it a bit more? But then again, there is going to be dawn very soon. Very, very soon. Bonbon, get ready. We're going to send you over to the teddy bear really soon as well. Can you do one more? I think you should be fine to do one more, right? How about some attachment with the little prince? Bonbon, get ready. 1 second. There you go. Attachment work for Bonbon. That's still fine. That's still fine. Freddy's still busy. How about some instinct work for Meldense in the meantime? Shao's going to try to do some instinct work on her. I'm not going to send you over to Schadenfreude just yet, since simply we are so close to dawn already. I want to take care of that as quickly as possible, so that we are able to do pretty much everything else. Ruby, tackle this thing. You two, tackle this thing. Then you three, going to fight against that thing. Anything at the bottom floor? Of course. Bong Bong. Batman. Winfield is going to take care of the left, with the one on the left side. And then you two are going to take care of the guy, or rather the worm next to the apple, okay? And I think with that we have pretty much all covered, except of this. But then again, did I send them over? Yeah, I think I sent her over. But wait a second, I think... Yeah, Angelina's already going to start working on that guy as well. It's going to be fine. She has the saw blade. Angelina is very strong with the saw blade, right? Look at the damage. Look at her go. And now even Meldense is going to join the fun, because why not, right? Why not? And in the meantime, I'm going to send over Miho as well. Nathan, don't forget about the train. This is very important. Let's never forget about the train. Then you two can return to your base. Bong Bong. How about some attachment work? Since I don't think we're able to do that work yet, right? Nope. I think I cancelled it. I think I cancelled it before. But just to be sure. Maxwell, do more inside work. You, do more attachment work with King of Greed. Yeah, Bomber was fine. Okay, Haru's still a little bit busy with that thing. In the meantime, how about some instinct work for Winfield? This has already been recovered. Cedric didn't really have any issues with the egg whatsoever, which means he can literally do it again. Please do so. After all, we still have to push for 800 points. 800 points! That is actually kind of a lot. Wait a second, is Meldense already done? Don't really see Ferris anymore, so she should be fine. Repression work for Angelina. There you go. Do your thing. Ah, that's still around. That's fine. It's fine. Miho's going to be able to beat him just fine, right? How about I'm going to send River over as well? There you go. No issues whatsoever. So, let's see. Granny is already angry, but that's fine. I'm just going to let the other work with the armor instead. More attachment work for River. Inside work for Miho. Trainer's still busy, that's good. Chris, how about, alright, I wonder, how about you continue your inside training with Freischütze? Chris, or maybe Ruby, is going to attempt to get another brooch. Shao is going to attempt to increase his insight a little bit further. And then, of course, where is my Nicole? Is she still at the bottom? Oh yes, she's still on the bottom. Okay, we need to improve that. You have to go a little bit higher than that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to push even more, right? We only have 5 minutes left. Have around 50% done already, so that's good. I think we are good in time. Yeah, we should be good in time. Okay, let's not forget about Bong Bong and the Teddy. I have to let that go. Coming at the top. Somebody has to work with Egg again. Then the shark, and that is it. Oh wait. Well, that's fine. Nicholas can literally do that right away with some inside work. Let's send her over right away. I'm probably going to send over Haru next to the shark, since it is literally her personal trainer, right? The perfect instinct trainer. So, Bonbon is already done. Then I'm going to send over Batman next. There you go. There's Haru. Haru, come on over. It wasn't really a good result, but it could have been worse. Winfield, please return. Haru, please come over. Ah, it already comes with minus 4% because I sent her over too late, or rather too soon. I should have waited a little bit longer for that. Just a little bit longer. Nevertheless, more inside training for our mid. There you go. Nathan, please take care of the train again. Maxime is already done with Snow White, so that's fine. I'm going to allow Cedric to level or rather recover a little bit further. I mean, we don't really have to go right away, right? Yeah, we don't really have to go right away. Which means I can send over Bong Bong. Maybe not. If we get a bad result, she's also going to run away, and we can't really allow that. Lapras is going to continuously train his attachment. Just a little bit more. We need to boost it as much as possible. Okay. This is actually going kind of terrible. I thought you liked Insight. Did I watch too much? But then again, his timer didn't really get lowered at all. So Shao was just simply very unlucky. Like, really unlucky. What is going on with you, Shao? At least it doesn't really seem like you're going to die from it, but still. Don't really like the look of that. Okay. Cedric was able to recover, so she's able to do even more inside work with it. Winfield, get in position. You might need to heal her up after that. Is Batman done? Not yet. Okay. Okay, Winfield, get inside. In the meantime, more attachment work for River. She still wasn't able to get the head, but that's fine. You actually managed to get a bad result with Schadenfreude. Shao, what happened? Usually that guy is very easy to deal with, and you have so much attachment. Kind of crazy, don't you think? Okay, I kind of need to pay attention to our Cedric over there, but I also need to pay attention to the others. Okay, at least Teddy Bear's done, so that's good. Let's wait a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Okay. More attachment work for Bonbon. How's it going over there? Angelina, please do it again. At the very least, you were able to get the brooch from it already, so that's good. Shao, how about you boost up your instinct a little bit more with the lady facing the wall, because it seems like you weren't really that lucky with Schadenfreude. Ruby wasn't really that lucky either, since he wasn't able to get the brooch yet, but that's fine. And I should really pay attention to the egg, right? I should really pay attention to the egg. And I also need to make sure that Haru is getting inside of that containment unit. Otherwise, that thing might actually escape, right? And we don't really want that. Okay, let's see. Ooh! Also, train. It's kind of bad. Okay, wait a second. Nicholas, please head over. This is not going that well for Cedric. Please don't. Please don't, Cedric. Please don't. Please don't. Holy hell. Oh my god. Okay, wait, where's Nicholas? Is she already in position? I don't see her. Okay, never mind. Instead of going there, do some instinct work or maybe some insight work over here, Nicholas. Okay? Those two really need some time to recover. That was actually kind of close. Way too close for my liking, actually. Way too close. Okay, nobody is working with it. Maxime, I'm not entirely sure where you are heading, but please return. I guess I didn't really select Nicholas after all. Or maybe they were right beside of each other. There is a chance that they might have been right beside of each other, right? So, let's see. I need a little bit more in order to push her to the next level. So how about some inside work for Meldense? More attachment work for River. More inside work for Miho. And that should literally push it over the edge, right? I think it does. We still don't really have enough energy in order to end the day. But even if we had, we still had like 4 minutes left before we... Never mind, we have a blue noon. We're going to end the day instantly. I'm not going to play around with blue noon right now. Not today. Not today. Okay, Maxwell, please get a little bit more energy boxes from the Queen Bee. Bonbon just returned. That means you actually got another one? It's crazy. The Meltors have something against the shark from the looks of it. And the Flesh Idol as well. Okay. Batman? Do some attachment work, or rather do some inside work with Teddy Bear. Bonbon, you're going to do some inside work. Or can I do repression with you? Yes, I can also do repression work with you, but I'm not entirely sure how many works I already did. So in that regard, we are going to do some inside work with Bonbon, I would say. Just to make sure that we don't forget about the inside stuff. Then Winfield is going to return to his flesh idol. We have to watch out that he doesn't die from it. That has already been taken care of. Then of course I'm also going to send over Mint again, so that he has another chance to improve his insight. And one more chance for... Wait. Nah, Meldense is still busy with the fairies. I have to wait with that a bit more. Okay, if that's the case, I'm going to pay attention to the Flesh Idol. I'm gonna count to 6, and then that should be enough for him to be done with it, right? That would be 1, 2, 3. Also train. Okay. I'm always a bit worried about the train. You never know, right? You never know how much time has already passed. Was it 3, 4? 5 and 6. Okay, that should be fine then. Batman, how about you take care of the shark with some repression work, maybe? Yeah, you can still improve your justice a bit further. We're going to ignore the teddy from now on. Seems like that was a fine result. Then you are going to do it right away. Again. Please take care of the train again, just in case. I'm not going to play any games with that thing. Ruby was still not able to get the brooch, but that's fine. Medenza, you have another chance of getting those scars. If you can't get it. It is kind of a rare thing after all. Mint wasn't able to get the scarf, but that's fine. At least he's going to, or rather, at least he's going to be able to level his prudence up quite nicely, right? At least that. So let's see. I forgot about the woodsman. Well, that's fine. I'm just not going to send anybody else over there. In the meantime, Lapus, you can do one more attachment work, or rather, yeah, one more attachment work with the dolly. And I guess after that, we're going to call it a day. I mean, we still have 3 minutes left. Technically speaking, we have still 3 minutes left, but I'm not going to play any games with that. I know for sure that later, I'm not going to pay any attention to the timer again. And then we're going to have a serious problem, because if I run out of time, I have to restart the day, right? And imagine if any of them... Well, I guess we got at least one gift, right? But imagine if more of them were able to get a gift today. That would have ruined everything, right? That would have literally ruined everything. And actually speaking, how about you do some more attachment work over here? Yeah. We still need a few more boxes for from the King of Greed. But after that, we're totally heading out of here. Right, Nathan? I guess you're already kind of tired of taking care of the train all the day. Or rather, all the time. But then again, you're the most reliable around. I've never had any issues with you before, right? He never got killed before either. He was literally able to tank the train without oh god. Yeah, after that, we're totally going to end the day. She's about to escape again. Or is she? Oh my god, that was close. That was very close. She would have totally escaped. Okay. So, is everyone done with their work? Yes. Okay. If that's the case, let us end the day. So, let's see. Mint Coffee was able to level up his prudence all the way to level 4. 62, that's good, that's good. I think at this point he should already be able to handle the apple without any issues. But his stats aren't quite maxed yet. He is able to level up his justice further with apple, but I might want to improve his HP and SP a little bit more. And of course, Lapus all the way to level 5. Almost, it's not quite maxed yet, but with that we can totally work with the bee. Right? That's totally going to be enough to work with the bee. And if something goes wrong, we're just going to escape to the next apartment, right? Like we already did today. I was able to improve pretty much everything by a little. She might want to do more justice work though, since, yeah, level 2 isn't really fast. And Meldenza was able to improve her temperance all the way to level 100. That's good. Now we have to find a way to improve her prudence. She wasn't able to get the scars either, so that's kind of a bummer. But that's fine. Angelina all the way to 60. That's good. Winfield, I'm pretty sure you did some work today. Alright, over here. 42 to 72. I was about to say, I was pretty sure I made you work something. Except of the flesh idol today. So you had to improve something. But I wasn't really able to see that. Now, Nicholas was able to improve her prudence a little bit. All the way to 54. That's good. Just a little bit more. And then I can swap over to HP, right? I have to make sure that her temperance never gets increased. River still wasn't able to get the hat, but that's fine. Batman, level ups across the board, same as Bong Bong. It's really close to getting her stats to the max. Even though Batman is a little bit closer to that. Miho, well, I'm not entirely sure if Miho got anything special. She was able to improve her temperance, or rather insight and temperance a little bit. Same as Ruby, who still wasn't able to get the brooch, but that's fine. Shao, I'm a bit surprised about the fact that you had so much trouble getting the prudence done on Schadenfreude, but that's fine. Right? That's fine. I just have to increase your temperance a little bit more. I guess 64 isn't quite enough for that thing, huh? And the Wonder Arc, all the way to 85. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay then, let's head over to the next day. And can I pick something? I mean, there's still the other abnormality that we picked on Friday. Never mind! I guess we have something else to do today. What is this? Agony and rage mixed, blend together in the mist. One couldn't determine if the smoke was responsible for the madness, or if the cries of agony spread forth the smoke. Are you researching machines now? That's great! Now I can really see what a jack of all trades can do. To be frank, I thought I was pretty great too. That's B. But now, watching you make me think I was terribly full of myself. Huh. Would it be alright if I helped you? I think I would make a serviceable assistant, you know? It's good that you're up and passionate again. It is an honor to take part in a project with a scholar I respect. You respect A? Is something the matter? Are you okay right now? Oh. The truth is, you were not actually okay at all, were you? If a ray of sunlight breaks your heart and collapses your mind with longing and nostalgic, and seeing plants outside evoke an unknown rage, tearing down your rational thoughts, then we have no choice but to stay underground. Let us start anew, the corporation that mourns her. What was that? You weren't able to bear the sight of plants? Okay. Hello there, Cedric! How's it going, huh? Seems like you're holding up alright. Yeah, totally. I mean, it's a bit busy with the time limit and all, especially since I barely get to a higher level of meltdowns, but that's fine. At least I'm working very efficiently currently, thanks to the time limit, right? Today wasn't the best day. Incident happened one after another, and I'm a bit tucked out from it. It's a good thing that everyone has such a clear-cut assigned role, right? I guess. It makes it easier for them to be faithful to their task with no unnecessary contemplation or distraction. Lady Angela does a very good job at keeping everyone in check in her play. A play? Anytime someone tries to rid themselves of their assigned role, well, she becomes completely merciless. And I already saw that with the employees. I myself have learned well that I have a predetermined role to play. Whether one likes it or not, they have been cast into it already. Given that, I've made up my mind to simply wait. Wait for what? Wait for what, you ask? All things must come to an end. So I'll be waiting for her plan to finally come to a close. Not a memory. Lady Angela, I found something strange in the documents. This record shows that the containment unit's log failure was what allowed the abnormality to escape. Yet to my knowledge, that door was fine for the entire day, nor was there any sign of malfunction. And the one with our authority over the locking mechanism of the containment unit door is you, Lady Angela. What are you on about? Angela, please tell me, why did you do it? You have to know how many employees under my department died that day. Such a bright one, Chesed. I knew you would find out, but this is a little quicker than I anticipated. What do you mean by that? Thanks to your excellent effort, your department's escape ratio has been very low these days. You're a capable serapher, I will give you that. I've never said this to anyone, and I don't need to either, but abnormalities create more energy for killing people. Could that be? You have written several reports and paper without or rather about important machinery to replace the human workforce that must handle dangerous tasks, no? If soulless, cheap machines were replacing those employees, then yes, the casualty rate would drop sharply. However, that would also drastically reduce our rate of energy production. Lobotomy Corporation operates as a massive business, tasks including meeting the energy supply quota, production of electricity for the city, and the business relation with our various stakeholders, such as the other wings. We refine energy via the most efficient method available and make a profit. That's the only thing we need to take into account. That's just... how could you be so cruel? She said, any employee who worked here is extremely lucky to be hired into one of the wings, you know. Many people fight for a job here every day. There will always be someone to take the place of the dead. What? What? Whoa! What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, sure, I can hire whenever I want to, but not everyone can be replaced, Angela. That's not how it works. What right do you have to take away their fortune? Fortune? I understand that you're a smart one, Cedric. However, why won't you use that intelligence for something more meaningful? Oh. It seems you are taking quite a shock to this, but I warned you before. Nothing will change from how it is now. Did you think I was joking around, denying you? How about you try drinking a warm cup of coffee? Instead of wasting your time like this, you should savor your relatively high position, better than what the employees go through. Do not forget that we have one singular objective. Oh, and Cedric, I am the best artificial intelligence that this place has. I never clumsily leave trails of evidence behind. So, did you enjoy your little detective game? She was playing with him! She was playing with him! She wanted him to figure out that she was the one opening the doors, so that he realized that everything he's trying to do was pointless! She never approved any of it! Oh my god, Angela! You cold-hearted machine! I knew you didn't care about him before, but I didn't. But then again, I killed him as well. But still, this is not very productive. Did you see how much energy they actually produced? Like 19 boxes? That is literally nothing. If they worked on anything else, they would have produced more energy without wasting a life. You know, Angela. And if they escape, they don't produce any energy either. So I'm not really sure what she's on about. Anyways. Do you know what we don't exactly exist like how we appear? Yeah. I wonder how I look like from your point of view. I bet it's something distasteful and incapable. Something I would have hated in the past. For the Aftermath 4. Oh, excuse me. I was thinking about my past. My request will just be the same as the previous one, because I don't really care about difference. All I ask you to try is to try just a bit harder with your abilities in mind. Yeah, I guess I can only stay in a place as always, unlike you. Finish the day within the allotted time. He always gives me more and more missions about time. Oh, Cedric, do you really have to do that? I hate time limits. You don't know that, but I really, really hate time limits. The closer it is, the more it's stressing me out. And now you're going to reduce it even more. I actually didn't even check how much time I had during that day, which might have been a bad thing, but at least it didn't really seem like we had any issues with that. Ah, today was another memory or precision day. Well, that's good. Okay, then we have a new department. Let's think about this. Technically speaking, Mint should be able to suppress the apple now, all by himself, right? That means I shouldn't have any issue moving over Maxime to the next department, right? I don't really think I should move around the welfare team just yet, because we still have to get some stuff around there. And taking care of King of Greed and Queen Bee is a bit tricky at times, right? It is a bit tricky at times. Can I already buy everything? Oh yes, I can. Oh, that's perfect. Wait a second. Let me just finish up the equipment for Lapis really quickly. That was 4. And there we have it. There you go. Now you just need a hat, and then your outfit is done. Until I find the other set that you actually wanted to have. Okay. So Maxime is going to move over to the discipline team. But I was already able to see that it seems like there are very good connection from bottom and top lane. So she wouldn't have any issues moving over in case something goes wrong with Apple. And since we have 2 slots open right now, welcome Yuki and welcome Bree. Not entirely sure which equipment I'm going to give you guys yet, but that's going to be fine. I'm just going to think about that in between the parts, right? Actually speaking, how much time do I have? Barely any. Okay, so how about I'm going to finish the part with another story, huh? How about that? So let's see, I think I already read those 2 stories. I was able to read the candy as well. I'm a bit interested about the egg, but we spent so much time with the queen bee in order to get her sets. So how about we're going to read her story first, and then maybe on another day we're going to read more about the egg, and maybe the king of greed as well, and maybe the teddy bear. Who knows, right? Who knows? Okay then, let's see. So this long story, yeah, it is a long story, never mind, I should have probably picked another. But well, its form appears to be an amalgamation of a gargantuan beehive and a bee. A cross-section of the inside shows a darkish red surface with particles here and there, much like that of raw meat. The segment that appears to be the face is heavily distorted. It has wings, but they lost their intention function of flight. The one eye that remains relatively intact shows pupillar movement, as if to watch for approaching intruders. The abnormalities always remain still, so it is assumed that it does not move. Well, it doesn't have to move if it has bee agents, right? When certain conditions are met, it releases spores. It will generate billions of spores within a 20-meter radius. The existence of life form in its vicinity seems to be the one of the key requirements. When it did, there were no immediate change in the employees who inhaled the spores, and no anomalous signs could be detected on the examination that follows. Once more time has passed, the employees experience severe pain in their occipital lobe and abdomen. I guess that's supposed to be in the brain and the body. Then after a certain period of time, their head dislocated from their body, and a worker bee emerged from the separate body. It has been confirmed that the spores carry drone eggs that hatch inside the living host. Okay, I already saw that. Based on the findings of an autopsy done on an employee killed by the abnormality, we believe that the larva will subside on any portion of the body, be it blood, organ, or fat. It will move freely around the body at this stage. When it becomes too large to move, it creates a cocoon near the intestines. The host feels extreme hunger at this stage, eating much more than usual. The cocoon moves upwards through the body as it grows, eventually damaging the arteries of the throat and the other stuff. Okay, oh god, no, never mind. With its jaws as it severs the host's head from the body. After this, it will emerge from the body, exacerbating the wounds of the host further. Ah, great, so it is literally a parasite that grows from the body and once it's just grown enough, it's just going to burst out. Like aliens, right? Like aliens. Oh god. Except from counseling log, Redacted has been telling me about his itchy neck for a while. He complains about in the section 2. One time I saw him take a bunch of digestive. Who would have thought it would turn out to be such a serious issue? I never knew I'd be the one to witness that horrible moment. Omitted. Redacted. And I were just chatting, but suddenly he stopped speaking. He was still scratching his neck. It was turning so red. I was getting worried. Then his neck started to turn at such a strange angle. Right then and there I realized the severity of the situation. There was no way he could have been putting his neck that way on his own. It looked like someone was forcefully twisting his neck. And then I heard a snap, or rather zip, like the noise of shredding paper, a falling sound of something tearing. His head fell to the floor. I heard a dull dot. Then, as if enough hadn't happened already, something began to crawl out of his neck, just like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, tearing apart his headless body, the wings, the yellow truck, the teeth that gnawed away his body. It's something I never wanted to see again. A being I hate to describe as something alive. Omitted. It seems to be aware of me somehow, but it looked like it didn't have any reason to attack at that moment. Pick up his cranium and flew away, like a drone carrying honey. That is also apart from the brain, right? Oh god. I can still hear the sound of its jaw rattling and its wing beating. Worker bee. Its appearance is clearly different from Queen Bee. Other than its color, it is capable of flight, but can only hover about 1 meter above the ground. Probably because it's kind of big and large, right? Kind of heavy. Maybe the wings aren't able to carry that much. It lacks antennae or eyes, a long appendage that appears to be an intestine dragged behind its rear on the floor. Intestines? Okay. Worker bees show only 2 forms of behavior: delivering nutrients to the queen and proliferation. Upon encountering an employee, it uses its jaw to crush their head and then proceed to inject the pupa into their body, which in turn allows the co-ops to create even more bees. So that means once the queen bee is done with her business, she doesn't really have to worry about anything anymore. The other bees are going to take care of the hive and her, right? Like literally a normal beehive. Except of the part that the bee really doesn't have to do anything anymore. It already served her purpose. She's just waiting for the honey. She's just waiting for the honey. Oh god. It is like Alien. It is literally like Alien. Like the chest bursters. Just that they come out of the neck. Which I'm not entirely sure is worse, but then again, at least they burst out once the human is dead. After all, once you are decapitated, you're literally dead. You don't feel anything else. It's not like the chest bursters who literally snap open your ribcage in order to burst out of your lungs and... Ugh. Anyways, that's a good point to make a cut, right? Totally. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun with today's part. Even though we didn't really have the chance to see our new abnormality today, or select another one. But aware, right? We're going to save that for the next part. Until then, bye bye!